So Elizabeth Warren proves today that she does have Native American heritage, and Donald Trump, of course, had famously said that he would give her $1 million if she took a DNA test, even though he said today, I didn't say that. But he did, it's on tape, of course. So now she says, okay, great, give it to a charity for Native American victims of sexual violence. Perfect, okay? It's called the National Indigenous Women's Resource Center. Now, will Donald Trump give the $1 million? So that, we already know the answer to, no way. One of the reasons he won't give it is because he's not that rich. He got $431 million from his dad, but he's based on publicly available evidence, likely he squandered most of it. And so that's why he used his own charity to run scams and pay his own legal bills, which is deeply illegal. And so, by the way, he should be criminally prosecuted, not just civilly pursued for the scams he ran with his charity, let alone Trump University, which is another scam that he had to pay $25 million for because he's a perpetual liar and a fraud and a con artist, okay? So is he going to renege on this promise? Of course he is, he reneges on every promise. And he doesn't have that much money, so he wouldn't want to part with $1 million. If he actually had $10 billion like he claims, $1 million would be nothing. He'd be like, oh, I wanted to help the Native American woman anyway, maybe it helps him politically. But he didn't have $1 million to throw around because he squandered most of daddy's money. Okay, now the question is, does he legally owe it to her? Is that just a flippant remark in a rally that he did, or does it have legal effect? And the answer is yes, it has legal effect. It is what's called a unilateral contract offer, okay? And so, for example, I've done one. I said to Ted Cruz, I challenge you to a debate, and all you have to do is come and debate. You don't even have to win. And I'll give you $10,000, okay? So Ted Cruz can accept that at any time. The way that the contract becomes valid is the person accepts and does the action that was required. So if Ted Cruz walks in right now and says, I'll debate you, I owe him $10,000. That's just the way it is. That's a real contractual offer. Okay, the same with Donald Trump. When he makes the offer, she accepts, she carries it out, he owes her $1 million. There is no ambiguity in law.
Right.
So about the only thing he could claim, and this has a great twist to it, is he could claim, well, I mean, it wasn't a real offer, I was joking. It was an imaginary offer because it was obviously a joke. Now, first of all, it wasn't a joke. He said it very, very clearly. He said it in a political context, in a political rally, etc. And everybody can see that with their own eyes. But secondarily, and here comes the twist. Bill Maher once made a $5 million offer to Donald Trump. And Donald Trump then accepted, and Maher was clearly joking for a couple of reasons. One, he's a comedian. Two, his claim was Donald Trump could not show his own birth certificate because his father was an orangutan. See, that would be a fairly clear joke, right? No matter how much liberals might think poorly of Donald Trump, no one believes that Fred Trump was an actual orangutan, okay? So, but Donald Trump took it seriously and had Michael Cohen at the time, his lawyer.
Oh my God.
Threatened to sue Bill Maher, saying, you owe me $5 million, here's my DNA test almost, right? My birth certificate showing that my dad was not an orangutan. Give me the $5 million. Why? Because he's a sad, desperate little boy. He doesn't have much money. And he's like, oh, I need Bill's money. I need it so bad.
Did that really happen?
Yes. So he demanded $5 million from Bill Maher. So by even his own standard, it makes no sense. Because if he went to court and said, no, I was clearly joking, Elizabeth Warren's team would get to say, well, Bill Maher said your dad was an orangutan and you thought that wasn't a joke. You thought that was a serious offer. So by that standard, this is clearly a very serious offer that you made her, according to your own public statements. He does owe her the $1 million.
Wow.
There's no legal question about that.
I'm so happy that you touched on this angle of the story for a couple of different reasons. Reason number one, that orangutan follow-up was amazing. I didn't know that he actually approached Bill Maher. I was like, give me the $5 million.
Can I just give you the exact quote, Anna? Thank you, sorry. He said, I don't think he was joking. He said it with venom. That was venom. what does Donald Trump do? I'm pretty sure when he's going around talking about Pocahontas, it was said with venom, okay? He says, that wasn't a joke. In fact, he was nervous when he said it. It was a pathetic delivery.
God, this is insane.
Yes.
This is such a great story. Okay, the second reason why I love that you brought this up is because you owe me money.
Uh-oh.
Hey, all right, so Cenk and I made a bet. It was on this show, it was in public, it was serious, it was not a joke, where you indicated that you believe that Trump will be impeached prior to the midterm election.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
However,
I got like 3 weeks left.
Hold. On a recent episode of Old School with J.R. Jackson, you conceded that you are wrong about that.
Okay, so this is the problem with people becoming members, and then they get to actually watch all the shows and et cetera. All right, if you want to bust me on all my statements, become a member at tyt.com/join, and then you can watch Old School, et cetera. No, seriously, no, I'm definitely going to pay you. I'm not Donald Trump, okay? So look, I'm going to run out the clock here. There's like 22 days left. But I'm going to lose that bet. I was wrong on the timing. I talked about it in Old School. I talked about the 2 classic mistakes I often make. Okay, you should check that episode out just on that alone, and that's one of them, timing. And I'm wrong on the timing of that, and I will definitely pay you. I'm not a fraud like Donald Trump, and I don't say things I don't mean, right?
Yeah.
So I meant that bet, and it's absolutely serious. By the way, if you'd like, we could go double or nothing before his first term.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yes, I just got my money back.
Wait, before his first term? What do you mean?
Like before the 4 years is up, that he will, and I didn't say impeach, by the way, I said impeach or resign, more likely resign, that he will leave office before the 4 years are up. You wanna go double or nothing?
But does that mean that I don't get paid for the first initial bet?
Yeah, that's called double or nothing.
Oh.
She doesn't gamble much. So
No, I don't. But okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
double or
let's
nothing,
do it.
here we
All
go,
right.
okay?
Got it.
I'm so happy I got that money back.
Get out of here.
Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Oh, I'm so glad you brought it up. Okay, and now I'll play this tape, okay, when Donald Trump resigns. And we can all look forward to that day. On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcast.